Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's Danielle here. Yes, the mic is on. It's Danielle here. As you guys know, Noah's here. He's watching his videos. He's gonna make noise. It's fine. It's gonna happen. I had asked you guys on my Instagram if I should do a Q&A, and if I do a Q&A, do you have any questions? So I'm gonna answer just a few because I don't want this video to be like super long. I feel like this ring light is super overwhelming, but whatever. Anyways, so I'm gonna start with some of the questions that I got on Instagram. And I'm just gonna get straight into the video. So the first question I got on Instagram says, what have I been up to and how is my savings going? I've been doing well. Like, I feel like I've been doing well. I've been going through some like little things here and there that I don't want to be too open about, but I've been going through some stuff and it's really taken a toll on me, like mentally or whatever. But I'm really trying to not let it get me down and get in the way of how I live my life and the routine that I've built for myself, because my biggest fear right now, anyways, as I was saying, like, I try not to let it get me down and let it get in the way of what I have planned for myself, because my biggest fear right now is getting so caught up in my negative feelings that I go back to binge eating and overeating and basically like backpedaling on this healthy lifestyle that I've created for myself. Like, that's how strong my emotions are. Like, it has control over every single thing that I do. So this week hasn't been the greatest for me. I haven't even really been working out. Like, I didn't work out this week a lot for real, but I'm gonna work out tonight. I'm gonna see if I can get like a late night workout in to kind of like refocus myself. We're doing like a 28-day closure. I think it's 28-day closure with Peel, and I'm really gonna use this time to reach back into why I fell in love with exercising in the first place. Not saying that I stopped. It was only like 3 days that I didn't work out, but like refocusing myself and actually using this time to learn more about the market, like with trading, because I really want to see big things come from trading for me. Like, I want that to be majority of, like, I want that investment to be what goes into me getting my place, like deadass. Like, I don't want to be, you know, I don't want my paychecks to be going towards my bills anymore. I want to master trading in a way where that money that I'm making is going towards my goals, and my work money is my money to do whatever I need to do. Another part of the question is, how's my savings going? My savings have been going really well, actually. I've been able to save a lot of money more recently than during like the original lockdown, because during the original lockdown I actually had to redo my whole closet. Like, I lost a lot of weight this summer, so a lot of my clothes can't fit, and I had to like reinvest in myself in that sense. But I've been able to save more and more now with working a lot more hours at work, even though we're on lockdown, and just using that extra time to actually trade. Like, I've been talking about trading a lot, but to be honest, it's been helping me. Like, I wouldn't even lie to you guys like that. I've been able to do a lot with it, and whenever I cash out every Friday, I put it right into my savings account. So my savings is going really well. I budget like to the T. I make sure I pay all my bills on the first of every month, unless they're like automatic payments coming out of my account. But yeah, like, that's what I've been up to. The next question is, what keeps you going when you're ready to give up? Honestly, I wish I could answer that question faithfully, because, well, you know what? There's a lot of times where I could give up, but I don't. And what helps me is just remembering who I was before I became the person that I am now, if that makes sense. I was unhappy, overweight. I wasn't being myself. I wasn't doing things that Danielle wanted to do. I was doing things to please people. And the moment that I stopped doing things to please people, the moment that I started to put myself first, I was able to become a better person. And that's what stops me from not giving up. I don't want to be that thing on the bottom of somebody's shoe, if that makes sense. Like, I don't like being stepped on. I don't like being taken advantage of. And sometimes you really got to know when to put your foot down and when to say no to certain people and to certain things in order for you to become a better person. It's not always good for you to put yourself on the back burner and then like forget about yourself, kind of thing, because we always think that when we do that it's temporary, but it becomes permanent, because it becomes a part of your lifestyle where you feel like you always have to say yes to people, like you feel like you always have to be a yes person. And I was tired of being that, and I feel like with my physical change became me actually being who I was supposed to be, not who I was. And yeah, that's what kind of keeps me from not giving up on my goals and not giving up on working out, because when I work out, I feel good. When I lift weights, I feel good. I feel strong. I feel beautiful. I feel powerful. Like, I feel like I can do anything. So those are things that kind of keep me going even when I feel like I don't want to do it anymore. The next question says, how is it being in a long distance relationship during a pandemic? It's interesting because, like, I never thought that anything like this would happen in the world ever, on top of being in a relationship, because, like, Famous and I are used to seeing each other at least every 3 to 4 months. So to not be able to see that person for almost a year, like, it's crazy. Like, when we did the original lockdown, he literally left the Sunday and we locked down the Thursday. And I feel like that trip happened for a reason, because I haven't seen him since March, the beginning of March. And before that, I was in Florida from December to January. He came here February to March. And I feel like it happened that way for a reason. Like, I don't know. It's difficult because, like, we talk all the time, we talk every day, but communication through texting and FaceTime is not the same as being with that person, seeing them every day, and, like, communicating with them face to face. Your routine is different. You become a different person, and it's just like, you really got to learn to hold on to that person through, like, the distance. Like, distance is distance, but being in a long distance relationship when you can't see that person or when you can't travel at all, like, it's just difficult. Like, I just never thought that this would ever be a thing. And, you know, like, a lot of people are just like, oh, like, everyone's traveling, they're in a long distance relationship, and I'm in a long distance relationship, and I've been able to see my partner. Like, 2 of my friends are in a long distance relationship, Zoe and Siobhan. They're in long distance relationships, and, you know, they got to see their partner. But my situation is a little bit different. It's not that I don't want to travel. I can't travel. I'm not gonna go selfishly. I'm not gonna be selfish, live in my parents' home, knowing that my little brother has a weak immune system, knowing that my grandma is older, and knowing that I have a nephew, and, like, compromised everybody. I'm not gonna be selfish. I'm not gonna compromise everyone, and I'm not gonna compromise myself. So it's difficult, and it's something that, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are dealing with, and I'm just not personally willing to, like, get sick like that. I'm not willing to take that risk, because this is a deadly disease, and deadly virus or whatever, and it's literally wiping out everybody, every age, no discrimination. First they said older people, now it's younger people. So you really just gotta be smart and careful, because you have to know that your relationship with that person is strong enough that you guys will be all right. Like, you guys can work on it until better days come. Somebody asked, now that you have lost all this weight, do you plan on gaining muscle to achieve an ideal look? I don't have an ideal look. I love my body, and I am lifting, but lifting takes years to even get your body to look a certain way, especially as a female. And I've been putting on muscle, and I'm toning, and what I'm going for right now is to have a toned, tight stomach. I want my thighs to be toned, so getting rid of, like, the look of cellulite and all of that stuff, which has been diminished a lot, and getting, like, like, my body fat to not be, like, so much. Like, that's what I'm working on right now. I don't have an ideal look, and the reason why I don't like the word ideal is because I feel like social media puts a lot of pressure on us women of how we're supposed to look, how we're supposed to look in today's society, whether it's with weight, whether you're too big, you're too skinny, like, you're too muscular, you're too this, you're too that, and, like, I don't know, it just puts a different title on that. But yeah, I get the question. The next question says, when are you and Famous gonna live together? When the time is right, when God says so, when we decide to take the step. Everybody's rushing a wedding, everybody's rushing moving in together. Time will tell. You guys will know when we live together. When the time comes, you guys will know. Okay? Next question says, what's the best thing to come out of quarantine / this pandemic for you? A lot of things, sis. This is a good question, girl. I'm gonna start with getting into a space where I wanted to work out and not feel like it was forced upon me. Working with TLC, because I was able to meet a lot of people in the company in my area that I didn't even know existed, and just become really good friends with them. Through losing weight, I've been able to meet my good friend now on Instagram, and we're tight. Out of this, I actually built my business, like my own business geared to weight loss. Like weight loss, I love food. I'm a foodie. I love to eat. So the fact that I've actually been able to get a hold of myself and be like, you need to do it, is insane. I don't know, this summer I lost, from March when Famous left, I was 165 and I'm now 135 pounds. And just a few days ago I hit my 100-pound weight loss goal, so I'm officially 100 pounds down. So a lot of blessings have come from this. Like, I feel like if I didn't meet Nat, I wouldn't have been making extra money trading. If I didn't meet like Neeks last year, I wouldn't have, be able to work out with her again. I trained with her 3 times this summer. There's just a whole bunch of people. If I didn't meet Melissa, she lives in Toronto, I would have never known anything about TLC, and I'd probably still really stuck in, in a body that I didn't like. There's just a whole bunch of things that I'm grateful for. Like when I got my first car, I was just tired of taking the bus, and I said, what can you get me with this amount of money today? I need a car. And I walked out, no cosigner, with a 2013 car in 2016. This time around, I went to get, my oil change in my car. They showed me what needed to be fixed on my car, and I'm like, Bundus, I'm not paying this money for the value of my car. I need something new to represent the person that I have become this summer. What can you give me with this down payment? And I walked out with a 2020 car that same week. I've been doing this, but I've been able to see my blessings a lot more this past quarantine. And yes, it's a sad time for everybody, and everybody has lost people. I've lost people this summer, and it had got me down. But the moment I take a break from picking up my phone, I'm losing business. You know what I'm saying? I'm losing business. I'm losing that chance to actually sit here and interact with you guys. And when I say I'm losing business, I'm missing out on time where I could be motivating somebody to be a better person. You know how many times I wake up to DMs from people saying, continue to post every day, because on days when I feel like crap, on days when I feel like I don't want to work out, you give me that motivation that I need. I've been on this weight loss journey for years, and I've never been able to lose weight until I came across, there's just so many messages that I get that I never thought that I would ever get, that uplift my spirit. So when I say I'm losing business when I put my phone down, that is what I mean. I like to give. I like to help people. I've been like that my entire life, right? And I sit here and I answer every email. I sit here and I answer every DM. And I talk to people. I talk to the followers. I talk to you guys. I try to respond to comments. I talk to you guys. I make sure I answer when you guys message me. Because if it's me on the other hand and there's somebody that I look up to and they're just ignoring me, I just feel like, wow, what kind of person are you? You know what I'm saying? And not everybody's entitled to do that, but I do. So those are a lot of the blessings that have come out of COVID pretty much for me. I got a raise the other, I don't think you guys realize how good God has been to me, this entire pandemic. It's crazy, and I'm super grateful to be on this ride. It's just amazing. And yeah, I could ramble on. Celeste, you know well enough not to ask me that question, because I could talk for days. Somebody said, personal struggles you have overcome to grow into your confidence. I struggled with my anger. I struggled with loving myself in my bigger stage, and I struggled with telling people no. I struggled with being taken advantage of, and I struggled with letting people in emotionally. And it's not like I got over it overnight. I literally had to knock those things down year by year, month by month, day by day, however long it took me. I had to knock those down in order to become a better me. Even when I was a lot bigger and I had on that extra 30 pounds or whatever, I was confident. I felt good about myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned to love myself in whatever state it was in, so that when I got to my goal, I can be in love with myself. That was always something that I needed to follow, something that I wrote down in my journal. I said that I need to learn to love my body now. I need to learn to love Danielle now. So when she grows into that person that she's supposed to be, you can be in love with her. I'm a dreamer. Like, not only do I dream at night, I used to daydream a lot and just think about the person that I could become if I just stopped doing the foolishness that I was doing. I've been able to evolve into what I think I am, which is beautiful and confident and the most secure person that I know in my life right now. Like, not just secure in myself, but secure financially. Like, I'm secure in the bed. Blessings. That's all I'm gonna say. Another question says, what's your biggest insecurity? To be honest, I don't have an insecurity right now. The only thing I'm dealing with is like body dysmorphia. I think that's what it is. When you've been like big for so long, you don't know yourself being small. So now when I shop, like I find myself still buying like mediums and larges when I know I'm a small, extra small. So it's really just trying to not see myself as the old Danielle and like see myself as the new Danielle. That's like the only thing I'm really dealing with right now, if you want to call that an insecurity. Do you think, there's 3. Do you think COVID-19 is real? Yes, I think COVID-19 is real. Like, it's out here, she's getting it, she's sniper shotting everybody from every single angle. Like, COVID is very real. I personally don't know anybody in my circle right now that has COVID. I had a friend from high school that actually got COVID. A coworker, a coworker's best friend, her whole family got COVID down to their grandparents. I had a relative in Jamaica that's an artist. He passed away from COVID not too long ago. It's like, it's very real. Next question says, hi, I'm in a long distance relationship and I was able to visit my boo in Toronto after so long, or after 8 long months. Any plans to visit famous or vice versa? Yeah, we're planning to see each other eventually, just not at this very moment. And I know a lot of people are looking forward to me being in Florida this holiday, but I'm just gonna let you guys know that as of right now, it's just not going to happen. But we're hoping to see each other soon and just work some stuff out. Next question says, when and how did you know you were ready to be in a relationship that you're in now after ending the previous relationship? Again, like, I kind of just took a chance. Like, I was still working on loving myself. I didn't entirely love myself, but it's just, we had good conversation. Like, the way he went about things when I said things kind of just was like, whoa, like, people like you exist. Like, it was something like that. Like, I just felt something when we started talking, and yeah, that's how I knew I was ready to take something on, even though I was very young, because I'm 25 and Famous and I started dating when I think I had just turned 22. And yeah, it's relatively young, right? So things just felt right. We met up like a few months after we started dating, and when he left, like, I just felt things that I've never felt before when I used to date people. So like, I just knew something was right about it. Yeah, I don't really like talking deep about my relationship on here, but to brief you, that's what it was. My relationship before that was kind of trashy, and I took like a break. I took like 1.5 to 2 years break from dating. So meet somebody and like feel that way was a little bit refreshing in a sense after taking a break from dating for so long. But yeah, those are all the questions that I'm gonna answer. There's more, but some I don't want to answer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.